Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tony Holowitz, and I want to thank you for being here for this tutorial. In this tutorial, I am going to talk to you about working with companies in Act. Now, for those of you that are using Act and have been using Act for a while, you might not even know what companies are. And a lot of times, for most businesses, I don't always recommend using companies. And the reason I didn't recommend using companies in the past is because it took some work to work with companies. And companies are now in version 17 automated. So you're going to see how you can use companies effectively to keep information right in front of you and make you aware of certain things. So in the past, if you've worked with groups, you'll look at this and say, well, this is sort of similar to working with groups, but let me show you in more detail what companies is and how it can help you. Right now, you're looking at My Contact, and My Contact in Act, and your contact in Act is called the My Record. But if I come up here and go Look Up, and I go All Contacts, we're going to see in this little demo database, I have 151 contacts. And what it did is it gave it to me back in a list view. And I'm going to just go up to the top of the list. And I want you to observe that I have a lot of companies here, or a lot of contacts, I should say, at the ABC company. Now, let's say I do a lookup, and I do a lookup because someone by the name of Bill Gates called me. Well, if I click on last name and just type in Gates, you're going to see Bill Gates is going to come up on the screen. And I actually have him in here twice. I should have taken him out. But he's in here twice. So here he is at the ABC company. And what happens is when we look at this, there's nothing unusual. There's no sense that he's part of anything other than just his own company called the ABC company. But what Act version 17 does is it allows us to create companies automatically. So again, I'm going to come up here and go look up. I'm going to go all contacts so we have a full list. And what I want you to observe is that when we go back and look at the ABC company, there's nothing unique about this. But I'm going to go up to Tools. I'm going to go down to Preferences. Again, I'm going to go over to the right-hand side. I'm going to click on Admin, the Admin tab, and I'm going to come down and click on Company Preferences. Now, let me explain what this does for us. We can decide how many contacts at a company we need at a minimum to create a company. In other words, do you want to say to Act, hey, if we have 10 people at the same company, link them together by creating a company? Or do we want to have 5 or 3, whatever that number is? I usually recommend start with a higher number because it's a little bit of work to undo companies versus to connect them together. So in this particular case, I am going to go through and I'm going to make this 10. Now I know at the ABC company I have approximately 13 or 14 contacts, so I'm going to make this 10. And then when I click OK, and I'm going to leave these two items checked, when I click OK, it's going to say, wait a minute, we've got in this small database one company that will be created. Do you want to continue? I'm going to click yes. Okay, I'm going to click apply, and then I'm going to click OK. So let's do this again. I'm going to go look up all contacts. I'm going to go back up to the top, and I want you to observe something. Notice now that the ABC company, instead of just seeing the title of the company or the name of the company, they appear to be a blue hyperlink. Let me go look up Bill Gates again. Look up last name. It remembers the last name. I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to ask you to sort of forget that I have the two Bill Gates in here. But actually, you know what? Let me do that one more time because I think it will make it stand out a little bit more if I do this. I'm going to look up Bill Gates again, even though there's two of them in here. When I click away from this one, I want you to observe that this one has a blue hyperlink. Now, what that blue hyperlink tells me is that Bill Gates is part of a larger company. There's more than one contact in here at the ABC company. Now, I know because I chose the number 10 to link them together. Only if a company has at least 10 contacts will it be linked together. I can set that much lower. But what this does is it allows me to come up and click on this link and view all the members of this company. So that's one great thing about linking these people together as a company. It gives me a visual clue that he's part of a bigger company. In other words, if he was just standalone, I wouldn't notice that if I hadn't linked them together. So in my next tutorial, I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you some of the benefits of why having companies linked together can be beneficial. My name is Tony Holowitz. Thank you so very much for being here. Have a great day.